Welcome back to Zomboid. We are back where we started in the last game. And we will continue. Yeah, I was going to get that truck. That's what I said. So, what we are going to do... Oh, we do have the truck. And I remember all that. We have a little bit of gas. Let's just bring this over. I'm going to bring both of these, but we'll drive this truck over here and drop it off. It's almost out of gas. And when we swap over, just going to leave it right here for now. We are full up on it. Let's go and drop stuff off and go get our car. It's already time to go to bed. And our car's probably running. You can leave your vehicle running. You don't use up that much gas while you're sitting. However, it does use some. And the longer it stays running, I believe damage-wise, the condition will start degrading. However, if you stay at a certain distance, so many tiles away from where something is, it won't use, you won't notice any gas gone. So like if I had a generator here, had it running, and I left and went to another town, I'd come back, a lot of times that generator will still have that same exact amount of gas. Because basically things sort of despawn, I guess you could call it. When you move away. I don't understand why stress always goes up at night. Don't know. So we'll go in here, we eat. Then go back and get our car. Do we have anything? Nope. Nothing. Okay, we have any ice cream? Something we can eat right away, right now? No. Let's open up a canned good. Let's see. Too dark to read. I don't get that. All I want to know is, I think this has the most amount of food of all the canned goods, or at least more than everything else. Of this, corned beef probably is high up there than the rest of them, but I believe this spaghetti is higher. Chili's another good one. So we will do this, and this will give us something going. Yeah, see, 81, good enough. I want to wear this. Okay, so we need to do a lot more with skills, create more things, and look, see, a zombie just spawned in. As well as talk about backpacks and stuff. Large knife, need one of those. There's a good chance I might keep it on me. Usually I don't, because I don't think about it too much. I don't like carrying a whole lot of stuff except for what I need while I'm out. But carrying a knife is handy to cut up clothes, so you can get the leather and denim strips, and then you won't have to carry it with you. You know, the actual clothes. Yeah, see, we didn't use that much gas. Alright, we know there's nothing back there. This really doesn't have, there's nothing in there worth taking. I mean, if you are you taking apart? If you're taking apart wood, furniture to get something, or do some welding by taking apart file cabinets. Ooh, that's a good place. But other than that, yeah, we'll take all of that. Shorts, shirt, back over here, take all of this, and that, the pants, turtleneck's damaged, I'll just leave that there. But otherwise it's not, other than if you just want to clear it out, there's nothing in there that's really worth grabbing. That you really need to. You can, however, find some food because there is a break room and all that. Let's see. Where we at? Okay. We can. I don't have a weapon. I got my crowbar. It's undamaged. Let's see. Do we have any room in the trunk? No. Do we have a weapon in here? Grab another. And the nightstick if we need it. There's no shovel. Yeah. Attach on our back. I just don't want to use up my crowbar right now. If I don't have to. We'll put it in here. Now that we made some room, we'll take all this ammo, drop in there. And whatever else we can. Put the mask in here. Welding torch, we're not going to be using it just yet. Okay. Let's just go up here and kill some shit. You can drive up there, but then zombies will hear your vehicle, especially when it's running. And, how's my nightstick? Oh, it's damaged. Not too bad, but they'll hear it running, they'll surround your vehicle. They won't attack it with you not in it. But they see you go in it, you know, they just stand around it and then you can't get in it. Pants, round neck, t-shirt. Be careful of that. Make sure you don't, because we have sprinters, we really got to be careful that while we're doing something else, one doesn't run up on us. Because I've never actually played with sprinters. Actually, I set up sprinters on one of my last playthroughs that I did on my own, but they never appeared. I never found any. Leather coat. Oops. Yeah, be careful of that. Make sure that they're highlighted. Nice. I could hit with the shovel there, but I went ahead and keep just to keep so that I'm not getting wore out in my arms and nothing else. I can kind of spread it around a little bit, as well as the damage to any. It's not always going straight to damage straight to the my main weapon. Okay, drop. Hey, where are they coming from? Are they sitting there? Yeah, that's so weird. Oh yeah, they are. They're just kind of laying there, and then steadily coming up one at a time. So I'm conspicuous, so it should be coming out everywhere. Tank top, yeah. But for some reason they don't. See, this guy, zombie's got, looks like a trowel stuck in his leg. But yeah, so we could be sitting doing this, thinking that we got plenty of time, and then a sprinter come up and run. We're probably getting muscle strain. I really wish I can't adjust it once you start playing to that ammo, so that I only get certain ammo. I have to do that in the game creation. I can rip that bathrobe up. So like if we play again, yeah, Mason's Trial. I don't know if I have one. I'll go ahead and grab this because you need that to do put down bricks and things like that. And therefore, making certain crafting stations, you're going to need it. You need a watch. Need those to take apart later. I'm done. Tank top. Ring. Where are these? I'll do this another time because see, we're already getting awful odor, which won't do a whole lot for us now, but it'll steadily get worse. So we will do all this. I don't really need those, but that off, this off. Go to this guy. Sweater, t-shirt, pants. I think I did all these. So jacket, pants, no. Take this one. Sweater, t-shirt. Alright, see, hand fork, you can use it as a weapon, but it's just going to be like a knife. Not really worth using. Unless you want to get your knife skill up. Locked. So we can break a window, but then they might hear us. Let's see what else we got. Some of these, like here, have apartments above them. So we will go in here. Check out. Nothing there. I don't need to do the food just yet. Bathrobes can be ripped up. Where's that? Maybe I take a book, but probably not. Let's go ahead and see if we need to. Yep, fill up a water bottle. And here's that cabinet. And you'll find, sometimes you'll find alcohol in them. Sometimes they'll have, you know, plates and stuff. And I'm not really sure. I know wine can't be used to sterilize bandages, but I'm not sure about all the different alcohols. Aiming 2, I think we have one already. Well, no, we already have that. We need to get rid of it. We already have it. Short blade 1. Yeah, it's the one we didn't read, right? Yeah, we already have short blade 1. So I will disassemble this. Nothing there. No, so nothing here except we got this food. So we'll grab it and we'll take it to the next place. Take that. Power bar. I believe we already read that one, but see, there's no check mark, so I don't know if it appears on things like this or not. Never paid much attention to that. Yeah, no. This is the main mall in Louisville. The in-game place you want to go. We can't do nothing there. We can do these. Got room for at least one? Yeah. Dried foods, everyone says dried, usually tend to have a lot of weight to them because they're like big bags of food that you might get in the grocery store. Don't need that. Popsicle, let's go ahead and eat that. I think I'll leave these food, I'll put in the fridge, into the freezer, but I will, oh, they already are. Let's go to the refrigerator, yeah. And rotten, we don't need to do that one. But see, like why it became rotten, I don't know. I think it's because, like I was saying about, I've noticed if you're not near a refrigerator, and then you go to the you know, the tile, the square basically, to get to this where this shows you, you'll like they won't be cold. So I think nothing. It doesn't work until you appear there. I will go ahead and grab nightstick, and then we will steadily go through, and then Rosewood. That's where we're at, so we don't need that one. We're going to go to that place anyway. Nothing there that we need. Wait, no, we don't have that one yet. At least I don't know. It's possible we do. CD player, and I'll probably take apart these things just because I'll go ahead and do that one in this because we're already right here, and I'm gonna try to lower some of my carry weight on me before we leave out of here. And that's it. And as you notice, not all these buildings are the same. Like there's no TV in here. Making sure I go and grab it. Can we? Nope, nothing there. Now let's check our. Okay, we don't need it. Griddle pan. Yes, and we picked a baking tray already. I don't need any more. Let's check this. Yeah, see, no good. Channel. And I don't use the radio. I don't really much care for the weather. I'm going to be here for it anyway. So, like, what's the difference? Alright, we'll take all of this and put it in that front refrigerator. And then move on to the next element. Freezer, refrigerator. Oh yeah, that's, well, let's just take that out of there. That way we don't have that. And then drop off all of this, even the canned good, that's fine. Okay, and then cut that up. We already have one good leather coat at home. I wouldn't mind another one, but usually you won't find those on zombies except for in the beginning. We'll wait till we find a leather coat in a store. Mac and cheese, yeah, hold on the rest of this stuff. See if we can fit any of this. Yeah. Then we'll go and dump off the gear. Clean these strips, we can add them to it. Strips are considered bandages. That's why you see them there as that. But they're not really. Go to this one, and then we'll do that front one. And then we can always go upstairs again. That we don't need any more sheets just yet. Probably the rest of them if I need more, I'll pick them up. Here, we can do that. Take care of that one. I'll pick them up. The hairspray. I've never used the hairspray, but it is for making like traps and bombs and stuff. Rotten, rotten, rotten. Yeah, see, nothing good. Brown sugar. Take that. I believe we have both of those. Red apricot, that. Dead mouse, if it wasn't rotten, if you find one, you can use it to I mean, you can make still food with it, cut it all up. Take that, go here. Okay, it's all of this. Probably on that back door there, since we're not seeing anything. Now we'll go ahead and grab, I guess, all of this food now. See what goes in there. That's it. But I was saying about packs, yeah. Okay, so this would be the very first one you might, if you don't find any, if you have a sheet, you can make one. You can do this same thing with a tarp. You can cut it up. You have to have a knife though. The sheet one you don't. You just can just make it. Okay, let's get out of here. Yeah, see, there's no population here, so that's why I like to. Once we get through teaching you everything, how to play, we can restart this with a higher population and get after it. But the next one will be the school. Well, there's a satchel. It doesn't carry much, and it's flipped over your shoulder. Then there's the school backpack. I don't know about which ones are bigger and better after that. As far as like the next one up, I think would be the. We gotta drop off this alcohol. Well, no, the alcohol. Yeah, alcohol stays down here. These ones at least. CD player, calculator. And I always just put the alcohol in with my first aid, and I put beer. I take that and put it up top with my foods and stuff. Just because I usually don't drink, the wine I'll put up there because you can't use it for that. Take this, drop off. Hold on, large knife. Put this here. Watches. Ammo. Just because I always just drink, if I need to, I'll drink the beer and wine, but the actual alcohol I try to use to see if it'll sterilize stuff. But I don't remember if all of them do sterilize. But yeah, I think the next one would probably be the duffel bag. Might be the next one up on the list. Yeah, let's just drop it all in here, and then we'll figure out what we'll take apart. Or I mean, what we'll get. See, hamburger buns. I have one, or I had one beef patty, and I think I might have some more ground beef. We'll put this and this in here. Wine goes in the other. Yeah, ground beef. Right there. Bread we'll put back in here because I already have one frozen. This goes frozen. These are frozen. Frozen. Apricots go in here. They're dried, so they don't go bad at all. Dried fruit. I need to put the milk in there. Put all this in there. Back to here. Cow's milk. Okay, now we're back up here for canned goods. Then here for baking tray. Little pan. Okay. Now I don't think I need to clean off any fine in here. Okay. Drop off nimble 3. We may already have it, but at least it's there. Aiming. That's it. Now ammo. Yeah, duffel bag is the next one as far as I know. And then there's always other ones. I'll have like ones that you can craft. And those I don't know what all you can do with them. As far as like how good they are with carrying things. But duff bag's a good one. And then okay, do our water. Then you have hiking backpack, a big hiking backpack. See, we got a knife on us, but slice the salami. Can't do the bed. I mean the bread. Maybe because it's frozen. Probably. So I can collect seeds from strawberries, but I believe that might destroy the strawberries. So we had a bunch of them, and there are places like warehouses that are produce warehouses. And in the beginning of the game, if you get near them or go right to them, you can gain lots of fresh produce. But you can also grow these if you get the seeds. So if you're not near them, it's not too big a deal. But we don't have, what we need is hot dog buns. But yeah, so we can't do nothing there. We can eat all of this. Hunger's good. Well, actually, we just ate and there you go. It went up. Yeah. First it went down, but then it went up. We don't really need hunger. What we need is calories. Well, not now. Remember, we died, so we don't really need that. So we could just put that there. We do need a rest. Let's go ahead. Well, you can rest in a vehicle. Just by driving around, you become rested by sitting in there. You don't have to actually rest. Excuse me. I really should probably put my microphone on talk to, or push to talk. Then I can, oh wait, we're stuff in our inventory here. Is there anything, oh yeah, inside. Yeah, so let us get rid of as much as we can. Usually if I hear my base, I just put it on my main inventory. And then get rid of it and do it that way. Because it moves it quicker in and out. Both in your inventory and out of your inventory. We'll leave a nightstick because we need to put that in the trunk eventually. Same thing with that crowbar. And then take all of this out. You just got to make sure because it does do damage to you. So you just got to make sure you're quick about it as far as, you know, getting this done. Then getting out and dropping the stuff off. Since this wasn't full up, we know this is the last one that has stuff. And then what I like to do is I put the pin in there so I can do my map in case like I was to die and I found my car out somewhere and then I died and I was able to get back there but couldn't find my body. I can at least mark on the map different things. And then let us just go down all the way to here, over there, and do that. See, it moves it off a lot quicker. And then, yeah. And then move into the trunk. Oh, it was already open. And just be careful what I'm taking out of here, so it's only what I want. All of this can go. I'll leave the cola. So that way in case something happens and I get stuck in my vehicle and I can't get out, but zombies can't get to me, so I'm in a, to get a hurry to get out, so they can't break the windows and kill me. Then I can rest in there, eat, drink, and then I do the same thing outside for the trunk in case I'm just out here killing stuff and I get really hungry, and then I need to refill my energy or whatever, so I can keep fighting. So I put one out here so it's easy to grab. I'll leave that lighter in here. The mustard, painkillers, and eventually I'll have my I keep well, that's the end of that. I keep usually the painkillers or sleeping pills on me, usually sleeping pills, and that way if I'm stuck somewhere I know I can always sleep to recuperate my energy and I'm not sitting there awake and then out of energy, not able to do anything. So let's take that one. I don't think I'm gonna, I'll see if I can fit. Yep, I can. So we'll here, and then more in favorites so that I always have painkillers. Like I said, usually I do sleeping pills and then just take those so I get sleepy enough that I'll fall asleep anyway. And then I don't worry about whether I'm in pain or not. Then we'll have to go through like the vest and see which one is better, because you don't really need being bulletproof, and that's what I'm wearing. Bulletproof vest, but I'm not going to get shot at, so you don't really have to have that. But I always just warn them, just because. Okay, so we had, okay, one drink there, we'll leave that. If we find another drink, we'll need to outfit. We need to put these two things in the trunk eventually. But we'll outfit the vehicle, or the truck actually, and then move the car. I keep a couple extra vehicles just because, one, you may want one that's decent, and then like I could go out there and just smash up, take everything out of the trunk, and just use this to wreck zombies. If it damages the vehicle, then so be it. Vehicles will always stall. Well, you get damaged enough in doing stuff, they will stall out. So you got to be careful that you don't get surrounded by zombies, kill them, and it stalls out, and then you are stuck there. She might have a leather coat on. You're surrounded by zombies and you can't get out, and then you die. Yep, leather coat. Well, I didn't mean to do that. This is just an office, so there's nothing in there besides whatever food may be here. Dismantle the computers. Other than that, not a whole lot there. Okay, so we did that one. We just didn't do this one. And we grabbed all the food. So let's check. What do we got? Nothing. So we will disassemble then. Just because like I said, I don't need to worry about weather. I don't care right now. Milk chocolate bar, that's good to see the calories, 850. That's good to raise up. Check our, fill the water bottle. Old-fashioned can opener works the same as all the others can openers. Doesn't do anything different. Copper scrap, that's good for repairing vehicles. Tin cans, you can fortify or reinforce baseball bats with them, but you can get lots of them just by eating canned goods, so they're not that big a deal to grab. Some of the TV. See what we got here. Anything? Remote. I'll just dismantle it here. we haven't read the book, so we don't get the XP from it. It's 8.5. We might have been able to get more, or we would have gotten more if we'd have read the book. And we do have the book. And I'll grab that one. And it's already a sheet. If it was like taken down, I wouldn't do. But this is already here. Cut that up because we have our knife on us. Probably should get another lamp. Why not? Let's see, we're over encumbered. What do we say about food here? Nothing, right? Yeah. And this just goes up the roof. There's nothing there, as you can see. But there's a closet. Oh, damn it. Which doesn't have anything, but there could have been like some tools on the floor. That's garbage. There's nothing there. Otherwise, you could see, like you'll see something that looks like a tool. But there could have been a shelf with tools or other stuff in it. So we've gotten this one. That's not broke. We need to go in here and check that out. Let's take off some inventory up for some zombies. See, we're not doing much damage because we are tired, ridiculously tired. Right there, we can't. But if they try to get up, we can hit them. There we go. We killed that one quickly. Just like another coat on that other zombie. And as long as it's standing there, the other one can't get up. Safe from that one. And if you like there, we got 3, there's 4, so we can get all 4 of them. We can check them right here. Now the ammo, what happens is if you do the proximity inventory, if you have that mod, it grabs all that ammo from every corpse, and that's cool. But when you grab a single one, you got the corpse of that particular one you grabbed that stuff out of. So then you have to go back, either all of it or individually. There's one there. So we'll take that. Wait for this one to come up. So usually when I'm fighting, I'm always turning like that just to make sure what's around me. Because you never know what could be there. Zombies, you hear them make noise. But there's plenty of times you won't hear it and they just attack you and kill you. And then get back in here so I can see if we can get 2, 3, 5. Alright. And grab wherever I started or ended with. Kitchen knife. Doesn't really do a lot for you unless you need a knife and you want to raise that skill up. Otherwise, just but a hunting knife, that's a good one to carry with you because you can take a hunting knife and attach it to a spear. Okay, so let's do all of this. I want to try to get all of these buildings. Don't really need a receiver. You get a lot of those from dismantling different electronic stuff. So let's kill this guy and then try to get into that. Get into that restaurant. See if we can't find any other foods and stuff. Yeah, it's a good round neck. Oh, we want turtleneck. Turtlenecks are new, I guess, to 42. Might be, they might have added them into 41, but probably open. There we go. Empty mug, we don't need it. Mug. Yeah, always check the tables, you never know what's there. Rotten fruit, muffin, and then cow's milk. Always remember there are, to a refrigerator and freezer, two pieces to it. You know, the refrigerator and the freezer part. You can always check these ovens. And a lot of people will take these ovens like this and use them in your base. Because a lot of times they will hold more space for food. You know, it's basically like 2 ovens right here. And 26. I don't remember what a regular one holds. But I usually don't cook that much stuff. So like if you were trying to level up your cooking in one shot or something, you know, might be worth it. Take those. Same thing with, like, I think it's the fryer, industrial fryer. Holds more space. Crispy lime square. We're hungry. Let's go ahead and eat this. If I like, a lot of cookies won't go bad. So if you find those, you can eat them. What's this? Could be a door and says stairs there, maybe? Shouldn't be, but there is something. Sometimes it's worth it just to go ahead and knock them down and then use your weapon if you can't. If it's taking a long time to kill things. Yeah, let's see, large knife, we can grab that. And the after hiking bag, big hiking bag, there's also, then there's the military backpack. I believe that's the biggest one. I have a mod that gives me a bigger one than that. And we will take those 2 things. Now, yeah, good enough. Now, I did this once. I was just like in here and I opened the door and walked out and fucking zombies killed me right then. But I like to check just to see. Whoa. What's out there? Yep, here. I don't know. Can't tell if it's here. Oh, it's right there. That's where it's at. Go ahead and rip this. Rip that. When they're about to break through a door or a window, it gets louder and louder. That's how you know if they're gonna break through. We really need to get rid of stuff before we fight anything more. He's in the other building trying to break through. Let's go see if we can get rid of stuff and then. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and throw that in there and hold on to it. Usually I don't at the very beginning because it's really easy to get more of those things. And usually I hold on fresh food onto me. That way I can always eat it if I need to. And then, like I said before, so I don't forget that I have it. But we got cheese, so I'm just going to eat that. Even though you're better off saving it for a saving it to make something with, you know, better food. I really want to rest. There is a trait called Gordonite, which allows you to, I think that's what it's called. You work better with crowbars than any other weapon. So right off the bat, you do a lot more damage with them. It is a good one to have. You know, you kill zombies with one hit. But if you had 10 strength, you can kind of do that too. Yeah, so you're becoming really tired. What do we got on them? So we'll take this ammo. Cut this up maybe before this dude breaks through. Rip that. Rip that. Like to take apart these computers. Then I want to rest. Nothing. Gotta be careful of that. Mouse traps. Use those to trap mice, and then you can eat the mice. Anything right there? Oh, bathroom. If it didn't see me come in here, then I'd be safe. Dirty bandage. You can take these apart and get some XP. I don't know why sometimes you do stuff and it doesn't show you anything as far as XP goes. Electrical wire, scrap electronics. Go ahead and take it just because we will get more. And it went away, or it broke, or came into a window here that's already open. Yeah, looks like it's probably going to. Nope, it went away. Lost interest in us. Disassemble this computer. You can also find glue, pagers. But if we didn't have a notepad already for our journal, we could get it right there. Glue and adhesive tape, good to find here. T-squares junk. And in 41, when you get XP from taking apart things still, got a key, but we don't really need that. These would be good places to go to take things apart. Take apart the desks and things like that. Same thing with the city hall with with all the wood furniture, desks, and things that are there. Yep, country club. We don't need that because we won't be there. So it is worth checking. Oh, yeah, so we need, yeah, see, it's hard to, sometimes these things won't get an exact point to be able to disassemble things. Later, I'll grab it. Remember, when possible, keep the one things you're going to disassemble that you need to assemble to raise up a skill to until you get the XP from it. Till you get the XP from the book, the bonus. Glue. I already have an eraser, so we don't need that. There we go. Check the trash just in case, you never know. And that's good. Okay. So we shouldn't do this because those windows are broke open, but we're already here. And let's open up top, so those are done. We need to know what's over there because we didn't go, we went to these buildings. Well, actually we should have been. Yeah, we went up in those. That shouldn't be anything, but I wonder why it's a blank space there. So, put these in. We should have cleaned that off, but we didn't. Your receivers, grab electronics. Oh, a sprinter. As soon as it notices me, it'll come this way if it does. May have heard something in there. I'm going to get my shovel out. Yeah, see, not doing any damage. So this is just a waste of time. But as you see, we do more and more damage. So ideally, you just keep on going. So he didn't hear me, which is weird. So let's take this before one comes out. Oh! Ah! Oh, we gotta be careful. We may have gotten bit. We don't know. Let's just get in our car and get out of here. Get back to base and go to sleep. We really need better pack, so we can. Now it'll see me up until about there. That's where they'll go. And if I get through all this quick enough, they won't see anywhere else I went. They only have a certain radius of sight. So we could be free and clear. Go ahead and put these in the trunk. So we have weapons for later, in case we're out. And then we really need to work on skills. Like strength. Which there is exercise. You can do that. However, it does give you muscle strain too, just like going out and killing stuff. And if you do it enough times, it'll steadily start building up your strength. But it takes some repetitions. And that. Grab as much of the stuff as we can that we're going to need. Get it out of here. And then go to sleep. Leave the milk chocolate bar. That will have food. We'll move it inside eventually into the glove compartment. As much of these things as we can so we can go on up top, upstairs. Drop off what we have to need right here. This, that. Glue. Rings. There's hairspray. These come up, that stays. Electronics. All this goes upstairs. Upstairs. Stays here. It stays here, everything goes up. Okay. Here, let's see, what do we have? Anything? No. Them strips. Yeah. Usually, a lot of times I'll wash these first. That way I don't have to worry about cleaning them later. But it's just as easy sometimes just to just go ahead and put them down there and I'll cut them up whenever. Okay, we got milk, I believe, somewhere. Okay, maybe not. Here, dry ramen noodles, because those are added to other foods. Pack tea bags. Coffee. Used to be coffee you would just put in a cup and make it. Now you have a coffee machine. And if you click it, see, you get coffee machine. Brew coffee. Whatever you need. Whichever one you got. Okay, so we're going to sink. Fill the water. We really need to go to sleep, but let's get this done. Run in here and go to sleep. Sometimes you might have to rest to reduce other things so that you can go to sleep. See, why we keep the stress just steadily going up. Especially while you're sleeping, when you're having nightmares. Okay, let's see if we need to do our water bottle again. Nope, not yet. Sometimes you will while you're sleeping. You can use up water. While you're reading a book, you definitely can. Okay, go in here. Drop off leather strips, rags, and the scissors. Strips. Lamp. Don't really know where I would need this. I'm just going to put it. Oh, first you unpack it. A lot of times you can just, or you could in 41 before, and just drop things wherever. Now they're trying to make it even more realistic than it already is. There. I will put these two back in here. Now we're fine on food. We can get food out looting. You'll always get food out looting. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take you to get that. And then, like I said, I got food here. We need to put this inside. Oh, there's our milk. We need to bring that up. Just in case it does go bad. I don't know. I haven't used it in making anything since 40. Started playing Unstable. I haven't made a cake yet, so I don't know if you open this up. Like eggs, will say an egg carton, and it could say like fresh or whatever. But then you open the carton, and they could be rotten. In here, yeah. So exercise, you go to here, and you pick different whatever you want. So you improves fitness, strength, fitness, and strength. I always do burpees, and then you can do how many you want. 20. Just keep going. But regularity, you want that always. Keep going up, and is how you build strength. The more you do at one time, the more green this bar becomes. However, the more energy or muscle strain you'll have. Okay, go in here, drop off this milk bar in there. And here we go. And see, they didn't follow us down because they didn't see us. I'm only using this vehicle now. I still want to repair that one, but I like to find maybe another truck just in case it needs more stuff. Some things you can, mechanic-wise, you can use like any vehicle. Other ones, certain vehicle like the truck will be heavy duty. Let's kill these guys. And only heavy duty parts work on heavy duty. Yeah, see how easy this killed those? The more zombies you kill, we need more of these because we need to get those ready for the next set. I'll rip this, rip that, rip that. The more zombies you kill, the better your weapon skill will be, and the stronger you'll be from using the weapon, because the muscle strain, the more you use it, the less muscle strain you'll get. However, you get muscle strain by using the weapon, and you get wore out and tired, and you can just exercise and get this done. All right, that's enough of that. I don't know. Yeah, I can't do that one. Okay, there's not a whole lot of zombie here. Let's do something. Let's yell. Because remember, we did it before. See, he might have heard something, but he stopped there. There's a cop. Sometimes you can tell by the outfits they're wearing. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's just tore up. It looked like it had badges. Sleeve t-shirt, but that's tore up, so we'll just drop those off. See? This guy's on one. You should have cleared anybody in this area. Anybody within sight. Should have brought them. See, all the zombies out there in the grass, and yet none here, but yet I picked urban focus. That's the default setting. And I'll show you what's in here. Say courthouse. These are locked doors, but they're just offices. So if you wanted to, you could do that. And I can hit them through here. However, to loot them, I have to jump inside. So instead, I just usually let them come out and kill them. Yeah. So like in here, big offices, stuff basically. So a lot of wood furniture, desk thing. You can take apart the phones. Get you a lot of glue and maybe glue and tape, but then that's kind of it. And then whatever zombies are inside. Okay, right there. Right there's that sprinter. Now I'm thinking for sprinters, best to do is probably just push them. Because otherwise you might swing too late. Gloves, we already have a set. We don't really need them. So I'll just take that off and let's look around. Okay, nobody else came. Let's check over here real quick and then we'll come back and kill those things. Parking lots, a lot of times you'll find cars. Vans are usually considered heavy duty. Oh, yeah, see? Ah, downstairs. Ah, shit. Hopefully they don't come this way. Otherwise I'm kind of screwed since I can't get out. I'm going to have to fight them all. Take these. And that's wore out, so we don't really need that. Planks. If I had plastering trowel, don't really need that. I'll go ahead and material. This thing's completely out, so it's not going to do us any bit of good. The other one's planks. If my weapon was wore out or something, I would maybe consider taking one, but we don't need it. And we'll just cut down. And I forgot to set my timer again. We already have that. We do need nuts and bolts. You can use that for repair. Let's check what's in here. Honey, let's read it. Screwdriver, tire iron. Carry this on me for now in case my nightstick could be breaking soon. Take this screwdriver. And usually nothing's here. These are walls that aren't completed. I could disassemble them. I think because they're not made by us, we can't build onto them, or maybe we could, but usually what you would do is you go to building, carpentry, look for the wall, like wooden wall basic if we had the stuff, build, and then you put it there, but it has to have this frame first, and then you build onto the frame. You'll start off with, when you're a low carpenter like me, the wall will have gaps in it, and as you get better and better, it becomes better and better. This is just for looks. It doesn't do anything, but you can find certain other ones, like not this particular saw looks like, but see, I right click it, nothing, but there's a mod that I have, and I just don't ever use it, that we might need bricks. Take a lot of weight. I don't like that, but I don't want to come back down here. So then you can click them and then use them. They'll cut. Paints, we don't really need paints. Maybe we won't use them later, but that's not for use for anything. Then like these, disassemble pallet of bricks, and that gives you some bricks. Let's see. Sometimes. I don't know if it did or not because we already had some, so I don't know what it might have given me. But let's grab our shovel again so we have it. And usually I grab these shelves, grab shelves like that, and that's what I'll use to decorate or put stuff on my base. Ooh. Yeah, there's a lot of them. I want to make sure nobody's a sprinter. Yeah, see that? Oh, run! Oh, yeah. And that's right. See that animation? And we're dead. Once that happens, you can't do anything. And zombified. And see, we're up and we're walking around. So what you got to do is, you want to get your body back, you need to get back in quick, because you don't know where he's going. He could stay right here, or he could walk off, get into a building, and never find him again. But when it happens, you drop whatever weapon you're carrying in your hand will be dropped on the ground. Everything else stays on your guy. Let us continue with new, just because we need to definitely get back. And I'm going to take, this time, we're going to go with Fire Officer. And then Slow Reader, Slow Healer, Weak Stomach, Conspicuous, Prone to Illness, Deprived. 22 points. So we want Outdoorsy. And some players of this game have certain things they always take. Wouldn't do Strong. I'd like to do Athletic, but that'll be the last thing we could do, and then we'd list out on anything else. Yeah, well, why not? Well, no, because you don't really need that much of strength. Because see, if we don't take it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 10. This gives us 4 more, so we'd have 9, 1 point away from being max. But we can gain some strength just by exercising. But there are other ones to take, like there are the ones that give you like a little less athletic, and other ones. Say like Pack Mule, I like to have that. It's like Stout +2. There's other ones. Where is it? Fit. Like that. Gives a little bit more fitness. That allows us to carry a lot more. And then I like to pick skills that I don't like doing very much, that are hard to do. This Fast Learner, get some XP up. Why not? Now we got 1, and that's the problem, there's only 1 Speed Demon. So unless we took another point of somewhere, you can't escape that 1 point loss. None of that matters because we're getting deprived. We'll see where we spawn in. Same house. We know this is clear because we keep spawning in right here. Usually you spawn in different random areas. We took Fire Officer, so it would have been nice to spawn right in the firehouse. And that's what it used to be. Burglar, spawn a police department, same thing with Police Officer. Veteran, you spawned in places that might have military stuff. It's like we've already cleared this area and there's still a zombie. So you never know when there's some around here. Let's get running. We're not going to pick up any shoes. If we get one, we'll just stay there. We're in town, so we shouldn't go very far. There's a wall there. The only downside is that we left our car running, and if we stay anywhere close by, it'll steadily use up gasoline. So we need to get over there. However, there's at least 2 sprinters. Well, we get, yep, say right foot scratch because we don't have shoes on. Yeah, see, there's one there, but he wasn't there before. Now we're crouching, we'll see, and that one there. Okay, that one didn't see us. We're gonna have a hard time fighting the zombie here now anyway. So let's, well, we're gonna need to kill one so we can get some clothes, because we don't want to wear other clothes we don't have to, and take the chance of ruining them if we can help it. And this is bad for us. You can damage yourself because our foot's hurt. That's okay. We'll yeah, we'll just wear it. Wear that. Wear socks. Wear this. Rip that up. So we can make a bandage real quick. I don't particularly want to. I'd rather read my book, because that just gave us some skill in first aid. And I don't know if you gain a skill in something, it shouldn't. And then we go read our journal, if it overrides that skill, or if, say for instance, we got 5 points for doing that bandage, if we'll read the skill book, it gives us all our skill from that, and then on top of it, we still have our 5 ahead of time, you know, still. Read this. If we did a lot of exercise, we raised up this guy's strength, we can, or the next guys will be stronger. Because we'll have it and record it in our journal. That's why I always recommend, always, you know, when at all possible, let's see if we can get us a weapon, something to grab real quick that we don't need to worry too much about. Snow shovel. Yeah, okay. I like to use a spear to get my spear up, but we have a book on it, and I don't want to lose out on that book, or I mean the XP on that. So we will just come this way, and we will find our guy and kill him. But always recommend getting into your journal as often as possible. That way you don't lose out on anything you might have done. We killed a few guys and ran around some, so we may have gained some fitness or strength. Not any levels, but it was down here, but there's no bodies, so it shouldn't have been anything. I need to check the timer, see where we are. So let's do that. 1 hour 18. Okay, so let's see if we can get. Yeah, there we are. And there's a sprinter. We need to kill these over here first. Make sure nobody comes out these windows and tries to kill us. Okay. And we'll see if we can't get our body back. Before logging off, ending this video. But you see how easy it is to die, and especially once you get overrun with several. If we would have been a sprinter, 2 of them, we would have lived through that one. But with sprinters, because they move back so quickly, I couldn't try to get out of there, and I couldn't. But that happens everybody. Let's see if we can get this guy. We need that sprinter to come down here. Okay, that guy's going to go back in there. So we can get just close, and then certain ones will see us within their radius, which should be way bigger. They should all have seen me by now. Especially since I took conspicuous. And as soon as I start damaging them, they'll hear it. Okay, see, those are coming. So we're going to move back here. Make sure there's nobody. was really hoping to get rid of that, get that sprinter out of the way. But as soon as we do this and we'll get our body. We will end this video. Just gotta make sure nobody runs around. Okay, let's take this and let's take all these. Drop out these sneakers in case we're running over here for whatever reason, like if we die again. And I've done that. Went all the way out to pick up my body and then died again. Lost the first body, find the second one after a big struggle. I guess that sprinter is not here. Ran off somewhere maybe? Or it's one of those that's just standing still for whatever reason. Oh, nope, there he is. So you want you to do yourself, when you find your body, you want to get your gear back. You need to make sure you kill it as quickly as possible. We're doing the little damage as possible as far as what you might be using. Oh, there you go. So like if you're using an axe, you better try to kill them quick, otherwise you're going to tear all your gear up that you just had. Okay, then we go here. Let's see, where the belt. Remember, all this stuff was what we were having on. This is dirty. Once they get this much damage, you can't even, you definitely can't repair them. You can't repair a bulletproof vest at all. But you won't be able to even take cloth out of it. You need to attach belt left. Then, wear on left elbow, wear on right elbow, wear front, wear. Down, where, left knee, right knee, wear this, drop that down, attach belt right, okay, still coming, wear that. Our sneakers are garbage. How about wear that? Wear the tank top. Drink our, get our drink. And this, we'll just add it to ours. We don't need to carry somebody else's. And then grab this guy's stuff. These are tore up, we'll just drop that off. Get back over here. Get back to what we're doing. Grab all this stuff. Pants, big sweater, tank top, 7 bricks. All of this. Socks we don't need. We already have other ones. And then make sure pants, tank top, so that we still have them to go and tear apart if we need to. Residence, we don't know. We got a crowbar, so it doesn't matter. If we didn't, you may want to grab every one of these, and then once you figure out which key it works for, then dump all the other stuff. Okay, take all of this. Jeans on the ground. T-shirt, jeans, t-shirt, tank top, and make sure I go through all this stuff. Now, once you get a ton of gear and ton of the materials, things like that, you don't have to check every one of these bodies if you don't want to. Especially once you get like kill like 30 or 40 of them or something, then you know you'll have plenty of stuff. You won't need to. So I just go through and grab I do the proximity because it allows me to check everything, so I can do it at one time, kill as much as you can in one place, so they stack up. And yeah, that back over here, all these, drop this off. And I'm only doing this. I could just grab it and jump to my vehicle, but I figure like just in case something happens, and before I can get in, one of these guys jumps in here or something, or a sprinter comes and gets me. Then at least my inventory will be down. Yeah, that's how we died. And so now we are on to the next guy. Then I always turn that off. And there we go. Don't need to crouch anymore. And we can grab whatever. I will probably I'll pause it. I'll pause the video now for you guys in this video now, but I will finish grabbing all this because it's got a lot of crap. It might be a day or two before I can get everything picked up and moved, sort of wherever it needs to go. But this is where we'll end for now. This has been first day, so it's not even here yet. Yeah, I wish I would have. Saying this is total kills. We haven't killed 21 zombies. That's why I don't go by that. It's weird because we haven't killed that many. But there's no way to know how many days now we've survived that this server has been going. Not server, but you know what I mean. Game has been going. All that's off. So yeah. Okay. Then I will take care of this off camera and then start the next video as soon as I get all this stuff picked up. Anyway, thank you for watching, and hopefully we can do better next time. Next video. Alright. Take care.